Today I'm showing you 5 body weight exercises that you can do anywhere to help with mobility and strength. Here we go. I'm so excited to have you here today. We are going to be going through 5 different body weight exercises that you can do every day to help with your mobility and strength. These are actually the exercises that were featured in a recent New York Times article that I was in. They're great exercises and I wanted to show you how to do them at home. So let's get started standing and I'll talk you through them as we go. We're going to start with squats, okay? So we're going to have our feet shoulder distance apart and you want your feet slightly turned out. You can wear tennis shoes if it's comfortable or you can be barefoot if you prefer. And your hands can be right here at your hips or in front of you. And you're going to squat down and stand up. And let me talk you through this. So first thing is I want you to use a kitchen counter or a chair if that's more comfortable for you for balance. So that's a great option. Hands just on a kitchen counter or on the back of a chair or a couch. The second thing is your squat can be really small like this if you need it to, okay? If you have creaky knees or squats worry you for any reason, start small like this. Think of the weight being back into your heels. And then let me tell you why this is important, because I hear from people a lot, okay, squats are hard for me, I'm just gonna skip them. But if you watch what I'm doing right now, picture me getting on and off the couch. Picture me getting on and off the dining room chair. Picture me getting on and off the toilet. Okay, that is actually a squat. Those movements are squats. Research shows us, most medical professionals agree, that squats are one of the most important functional moves that we can do as a human being. We tend to lose the ability, both from being sedentary and sitting all day in chairs and at computers, and simply from aging. So squats are really important to help with your hip mobility, to help with your pelvic floor, to help with your balance and your leg strength. So I highly recommend that you start to work into it at the level that feels right to you. And you can just use your body weight like this as resistance, or as you get stronger, you can hold some dumbbells right here at your shoulders or at your waist to add that extra weight component to help with your bones and your strength. Okay, let's do one more. I've told you enough about squats. Nice job. Come back up. We're gonna move to lunges, okay? Same idea. If you have knees that bother you, follow along. Trust me on this, but also go find a tutorial I have. It's how to do lunges without knee pain. It's right here on YouTube. It's also in my unlimited library. It can be really helpful, okay? So have your right foot forward and your left foot back, and you want a really wide stance. That's important here. Wide stance. Here also, use a chair, use the wall. That is fine. Use something for balance. Wide stance and the back heel is lifted, and you come down and up. Okay, so it's a movement straight down and straight up. Do you see that? My torso is straight down, straight up. I'm not leaning forward. And I'm not moving forward at all. I'm moving straight down and up. I'm keeping my back heel lifted. That's key for comfort. And you want the wide stance to help with your knees as well. Okay, so lunges now, really important for function. This is more the motion we use when we're climbing stairs, when we're hiking up bleachers, when we're getting on and off the floor. So this lunge position is helpful. Again, mobility in the hips, strength in the legs. Let's do 2 more. Nice job. Take your time to switch feet. Okay, again, wide stance. That means big distance forward, front foot to back foot, lengthwise, back heel up, and you're thinking of aiming that back knee down and up. And again here, if this is not a happy place for you, look right here, really small, okay? You can do really small ones. But I want you to start to try to find a position that's doable for you here. Even if you have to modify it and change it up, that's great. Find the variation that's right for you. but also believe that there's a way to start to do it. Once you kind of picture yourself in real life doing these motions, you can see how important they are. Last one. Nice job. Step in, and then we're going to come down onto the mat on all fours. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees for this movement that's called a pointer. And if you need to have something underneath your knees for comfort, if you need to pad your knees, please go right ahead. All right, so hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And I want you to reach the right arm out in front of you and the left leg back behind you. And you really want to reach them out and maybe kind of lift them up slightly so you get a little back bend. Then pull your knee to your elbow as you round and come in. Okay, so you're going to inhale, reach and lengthen, exhale, round. Now let me give you some variations. So you can do just the arm to start, or just the leg. Okay, I love both of those variations if you're just getting started for balance. Do just arm, just leg. If you can't get down onto hands and knees, come up to standing, use something for balance, and you can do arm and leg here. You'd reach your arm in front of you, then pull knee to elbow as you round in and reach out. All right? So there are always going to be options that I'll give you, I promise. But we're reaching, so you're trying to open up the arm and the shoulder and the hip, kind of everything reaches and lengthens, and then you pull it in and round. And we'll just do one more. And then you get to switch sides. So whatever variation you're choosing, just arm, just leg, some of each, all together. Inhale, reach, exhale, round. So for all of these, I would do anywhere from 10 to 20 repetitions. If you start to include this, okay, in your daily routine, 10 to 20 reps of all of them is a great place to start. And I know I'm giving you various repetition numbers here as I talk and explain. But the biggest thing to know is there are no specific rules. It's really about moving your body through different planes of motion, finding your breath, doing some in standing, some down on the mat. Okay, last two. Nice job. And then you're going to lay down on your back. So this first one on our back is called a glute bridge. So you're going to have your feet hip distance apart. Feet are flat, arms at your sides. You're going to exhale, and we're just lifting our hips up and lowering them back down. All right, so we're not rolling through our spine here. If you take my Pilates classes regularly, you know I teach bridges a lot, and we talk about spinal articulation. On this one, we're just lifting in a flat line, lowering back down. So we're really working through some hip range of motion, working those muscles in the backs of the legs. Make sure that your head is flat. You're not turning your head side to side in this position. You're just keeping it nice and relaxed. And let's do about 4 more. So you can see these aren't the most complicated exercises out there. And that's the point. They're not easy by any means. Take a rest. But they should be doable every day. And these can give a really big bang for the buck when it comes to what they do for your body. Okay, we're going to go through our last series here. And it's going to be for our arms and arm mobility. This is called the WTYL series, okay? So within this exercise, there's actually 4 different movements we're going to do. So on this one for the Y, I'm going to have my arms at my sides with my thumbs facing the ceiling. And then what happens is I reach my arms back and they go at this diagonal. So you see it's kind of making a Y shape. And then I bring them back down. So during this series, you want to think of keeping those shoulder blades nice and flat on the ground. You want to try not to arch your back. And basically what that means is we're trying to move only from the shoulders. So it's mobility, it's movement and strength. The perfect combination, working through strength in your range of motion. Because through life, right, through all the activities we do during the day, we're moving either from our legs or from our arms, which all attach to the torso, and from our center. So as long as we can do something every day for our spine, for our hips, for our shoulders, we're in a pretty good spot. All right, take a break. So that was the Y, and you can do a few more if you'd like, a few more repetitions. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the T. So now, bring your arms up over your chest, the palms are touching. And I'm gonna inhale, open my arms, and exhale, close. So you can see now I'm making the letter T. What I really like about these arm movements too is that they are gliding those nerves, your ulnar, median, radial nerves, important nerves that go from your neck down your arm. And some of these positions are really nice to help the health of those nerves, actually. Those are the kind of nerves that can cause your carpal tunnel symptoms. So if you find yourself, hunching over a computer or a desk all day, in the car all day, these are the kind of moves that can really help counteract that and help with your posture and help you feel good. All right, nice. Open up. This is the last one. And close. All right, we're gonna go to W. So I'm gonna bring my elbows down onto the mat, and you'll see that I kind of start them by my side and I bring them out halfway. And then I let my palms go towards the ceiling and the back of my hands touch the floor. So if you were looking at me from above, I am making a W shape with my arms. And then what I'm gonna do is exhale, slide them on the ground up to a diagonal, kind of that Y position, and then I bend my elbow to pull them back in. If you're used to going to the gym and you do a lat pull down, it's a similar motion. Now, if you are fairly tight in your pecs and your chest, this position might not be accessible to you. You might not be able to get your arms flat on the ground, and that's fine. In that case, just go where you can. Another really good option for these is to stand with your back against a wall and try to slide your arms up and down the wall. So if you can't get down on the floor, that's a nice option, is stand with your back against a wall and then have your hands on the wall and do the motions right there. That would be great. Nice job. All right, I'm gonna show you the last one. And this is the position that we did in the New York Times article too, so I really wanted to focus on that, but I'm gonna show you one other option for these arm exercises when I'm done with this one. This is the L. This is our final one. My elbows are out in line with my shoulders, my palms are facing my thighs, and then I'm gonna bring my hands back so the backs of my hands touch the ground, and then back to that 90-degree angle. So we're now working external rotation of the shoulders. And again, if you're tight, you might not be able to have your elbows touch the ground. That's okay, just go where you can. You can also put towels under your shoulders here, or under your elbows, I should say. Okay, so you end up with them like this, right? So they can rest on pillows or towels to still do the motion. Because if you're tight, that's one of the most important reasons to do these. So don't let it stop you. Just find a way that's doable. Okay, one more. Nice job. Oh, take a break. I'm going to show you the position you can also do for those shoulder exercises if getting down isn't comfortable. You can do these in standing. So you would stand up and bend over a little bit like this. So I'm hinging over, and you can do those exercises. So Y is right here. T coming straight out. W. And then L. All right, so you can do them in this position too. And this is really nice. Let's say you're at work and you can't get down on the floor. You can get out of your chair for a moment and do those. So don't let anything stop you or hold you back. Enjoy those exercises. Again, they're meant to be done every day, just using your body weight to help with your mobility and your strength and your balance and posture. I'll see you again soon.